button and shut your pie hole.
Like a fucking woman.
You're the one being a woman. You know, it's a little far. You're like, I don't know if it captures my facial hair enough. Listen. Hi, America.
It's just like 5.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Reach and touch.
Welcome back to a Wet My Whistle Wednesday here in the SAC. It was a nice day today, weather-wise.
Amazing.
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I wish it was going to last. It's supposed to rain, I think, tomorrow. But we did have one good day this week before the rain settles in, and they're talking snow again, which sucks. But anyway, that is the redoubtable one. The Law Dog back in the hizzy. By the way, you can't see him, but he's here.
Yes.
Right here.
He's here.
Our audience is here. Derek White.
Here. Derek White 2.0.
It's a packed house.
I'm not surprised that Derek White showed up, given what Derek White 1.0 did last night when Boston took care of Phoenix out in the desert without Jaylen Brown, which offset because Booker didn't play either. But Derek White, when Pritchard had a rare off shooting night, 22 points, 8 assists as they rolled last night. They are now number 2 in the East. They are 2 games up on both the Knicks and Cleveland, who are tied. And Celtics are about to tip off at 10 o'clock out in the mountains of Denver. But no Jaylen Brown or Tatum tonight. Doesn't look good.
Devin Booker is from our hometown, actually.
Yeah. Is he really?
Yep. Jessica Gutierrez is his mama.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Really?
Melvin Booker is his dad,
Who's
obviously.
Jessica Gutierrez?
That's Devin Booker's mama.
I know, but who is she?
She's a very nice looking lady that grew up with us.
You'd rather attractive female.
She's famous.
She's on the attractive side.
She was only famous in small towns.
It's a little easy on the eyes, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is IDD, those who don't disagree. We are back for a Wet My Whistle Weed Wednesday, segment 1, all things college hoops. If you missed it over the weekend, there was a heavyweight fight. Actually, there were 2. Arizona went into, where did they go again? Houston. They won in Houston, convincingly, I might add. And then Duke, on a neutral site in D.C., outlasted Michigan in a Donnybrook. I'll tell you, that kid from Michigan, what's his name? Loudon? What's his name? Lindenborg? Lindenborg. That kid is legit.
He's real good. Axel Lindenborg.
He was legit. Boozer responded in the second half, ended up with a double-double, 18, 10, and 8 assists, as Duke prevailed by 3 points or 4 points, but they are now number 1. And then last night, they bent, talk about prison rape. I mean, Monday night, they bent the Irish over. I mean, ooh. Talk about no lube.
Was that? It was almost a 40-point game.
It was a 44-point game. You can't, not a beating like that. The American public isn't ready for that kind of a drama. I mean, it was just
that's like old school Italy in the Coliseum.
Kind of.
When the Lions came out.
Yeah.
Just ripped apart.
I mean, Boozer had 20 points at the half, and they were Notre Dame as a team had 22. Okay, so it was ugly. By the way, Saturday at noon, number 11. Virginia at number 1 Duke. And by the way, they are 25-3, the Cavaliers. So people are sleeping on UVA, and they shouldn't. They look good. This will be a hell of a game, I'm sorry. But
who's their coach? Ryan
Odom. Sorry.
Ryan Odom. Yeah.
So
former
VCU's
VCU
coach. I was talking about it.
You were
former VCU coach, right?
He was VCU's coach. Last year, but he was the coach of University of Maryland, Baltimore County.
Yeah, UMBC.
When they knocked off UVA as a 1 seed.
As a 1 seed.
16. Interesting.
That is interesting. I like that.
That's why he's here. Yeah. That's why we call him the redoubtable one. He's a force to be reckoned.
That is better than Jessica Gutierrez being from Grand Rapids.
Yes, but you remember it. God knows how many gummies between then and there, and you remember it still. So that's
like a goddamn vault.
It's a vault up there. So anyway, I don't know when these
in there.
Hey, worthless information is still information. Okay, the point is, it's not worthless on this show, America. That's all you need to know. So look,
we wouldn't have a live studio audience if we weren't.
I'm telling you right now. I tell you, it was. He didn't tell you about how he camped out all night for that ticket, that one ticket that we sold. So anyway, it was because we only have 1 seat. So hey. So we outbid a lot of people. The point is this: the college basketball, we are getting closer to the madness. And things are heating up. Last week we were talking about the show, 8 ranked teams fell before the weekend. Tonight, as we speak, the UConn Huskies, they took that loss to St. John's personally because they are bending the Redmen over. And that's a good Redmen's team that they're doing this to. Last count, they were up 27 last time I looked. What did it end up being?
It was 30. It was 61-31 last time.
Yeah, I mean. So you still calling the Redmen?
The Red Storm. Sorry, the Red Storm.
Yeah. I just say Johnnies.
Yeah,
the Johnnies. I was going to say, yeah, the Johnnies.
So the point is that UConn is back. They're another one. Daniel Hoy's got them balling. They are deep. They are physical. They are athletic, and they are well coached. don't be surprised if they're one of the 4 teams standing on that final weekend because they're that good.
Dude, that tonight it was giving you glimpses into their timeout huddles.
Oh yeah,
and they were listening to Patino and listening to Hurley. It was good stuff.
Yeah,
and surprisingly, Patino wasn't just going apeshit. He was like talking to his guys, like because they were down right away.
Yeah,
and he was like trying to settle them down, like guys, we have a lot of basketball to play, and then Danny Hurley they're up 30, and he's going, don't stop now.
Yeah.
Why would you stop now?
Yeah.
You're going to let down your teammate now?
Yeah.
Don't put something on film you'd regret. Come on, finish.
Yeah.
But it was intense and over the top, but it wasn't it wasn't turning me off.
No.
Because Danny Hurley is just so goddamn intense.
But look, he said something that all great coaches say, just in his own words. They never want you to take your foot off the gas. Right. Because every great coach has lost a game that they looked like it was over, and then it wasn't because their team took their foot off the gas. So when that's called the killer instinct, and you've heard it before. And all great coaches know what it is. Yeah.
Well, this could be a good transition into Anthony Towns chatter.
You want to go there?
Because did you see the other night when? Well, we were watching the Rockets game.
Yeah.
And after that game, we didn't see the post game. They were interviewing Cat, and Shaq was like, "Look, man," he was like, "Before the game, I was saying that you were playing soft." That's one thing that kind of annoys me about them. Like when they ever criticize somebody, then when they see him, they have to say it. I know it's trying to be respecting. I'm not.
I'm going to tell it to your face. I'm not going to talk behind your back.
But it almost feels performative. It's all right, you said it on live TV. All right, he's got to hear it. But he was like, look, I was saying you were playing soft, but tonight you came out and you were a game changer. And he's like, and I said, in order for the Knicks to win a championship, you have to be great. And Karl Anthony Towns was just kind of like, oh yeah, but if we win a championship, I don't care who gets the credit. It could be, the whole team has to do it. And Shaq's like, no. What I'm trying to tell you is the only way you're going to win it is if you're great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Cat was trying to be Mr. Team guy. Oh, it's all of us.
Yeah.
And at one point he was like, I agree with you, legend. I'm just saying. And then afterwards, Shaq asked Charlie, and this was the part I liked. He was like, what did y'all think about that answer? Because Shaq was obviously annoyed. He was like, why didn't the dude just agree, basically?
Yeah.
And Barkley, I think, was spot on. Was like, he's just not a killer.
We have said this before.
He doesn't have that in him. And Shaq was like, well, Scott Skiles was a killer. And Charles goes, he had to be. If Skiles wasn't a killer, he would have never been in the NBA.
True.
Right.
Cat doesn't have to be a killer.
That's a great pull. That's a Spartan dog right there. I love it.
He's 7 feet tall. Yeah. He can shoot 30-foot threes.
Yeah.
He can do things that a guy that big shouldn't be able to do.
You know what else Scott Skiles has that not a lot of people know?
Oh, here we go.
Well, he was the coach of the Washington Bullets.
He was.
Well, there was that little tidbit.
But he has something that a lot of guys, you're going to be surprised when I drop this knowledge on you. You ready? He has 4 baby mamas.
Damn.
Scott Skiles. Yeah. So when they would list the rankings of who has the most, D. Howard's obviously at the top. They got a whole bunch of them.
D. Howard's in the league by himself.
He is by himself. But Scott Skiles is up there. He's 8 or 9. He's got 4 different ones. And I got to be honest, it was pretty crazy to see that. But he's always been kind of an asshole too. Got mad stories about Scott Skiles. Yeah.
Oh, I can see him being a total dick.
Yeah, Carlton Valentine was his teammate at.
I can see,
Denzel Valentine, Drew Valentine's dad.
Okay.
At Michigan State, Carlton was there with Scott Skiles. Now I got into it or something, but at the end of practice, Scott Skiles took the ball and he just baseball passed it and it hit Carlton in the back and they went at it. And I remember Carlton telling me the story. This is back 2012. 2011 when he was coaching Sexton High School with his son on the team and they ended up winning the state championship and he was just randomly having this off sidebar about how much he hates Scott Skiles. He's a fucking asshole. But
First rabbit hole.
First rabbit hole.
First
brought to you by.
It was not me.
No, it was not me. Well, it's not you tonight. Was that?
It's good stuff. But so when you pull the Scots, that's a great pull.
No,
That's
back to the
that's
original
a Scott
point.
Skiles. Like,
Look, Karl Anthony Towns does not have the killer instinct. He's been saying this for long. Shaq saw it right away because Shaq has.
Everybody's been trashing.
No,
Cat. And
they're not trying. But the thing is, it's not his talent.
Well,
they know he's good.
Everybody trashes Cat because they say he's gay and he's zesty and all.
you got
that
super fucking hot girlfriend, fiance, or whatever.
Dude, Cat is a lot of things. He's a good teammate.
Yeah.
He says all the right fucking things. He's smart. He's good with the media.
Yeah.
He's talented. But like last night against the fucking Cavs, he was 4 for 4 in the first half. 4 for 4. First of all, that's too few shots.
Yep.
That's not enough.
Yep.
And then in the second half, he took 1 shot.
That's weird. In a game of that magnitude.
Exactly.
They're fighting for the 3 seed. They're tied right now for the 3 seed. So
and you're playing a team that it might be nice to make a fucking statement against.
Yeah, you could
because
see
you're
them.
probably going to see him.
You could see him.
You know, and so here's my thing. I don't think he needs to be a killer for them to win, because if you don't have that, if you don't have the mindset of I'm going to take this ball and dominate, you have teammates, you have a coach that can help you do that.
Sure.
So it's like, run the fucking offense through him.
But here's what Shaq doesn't seem to get. And he should, because this is one of the reasons why he dominated. Karl Anthony Towns will not play the matchup.
Yeah.
He won't. Shaq had the luxury of being bigger than just about everyone on the court. Maybe Yao Ming in his time. But when Karl Anthony Towns has a guy on him that's 6'8" or smaller, it's a no-brainer. He should be on the block, busting his ass. But killers do that. He's not a killer. He is not. He'd rather float it. This is why I'm always on Jason Tatum. Because as great as he is, he doesn't. I'm a killer. He's a side. But the thing is, I'll know Jason Tatum is taking that next step when I see him take a guy 6'7" and just take him down there and drop 35 on his head. Mm-hmm. Then I'll know. But I haven't seen him do that.
But here's my thing.
But Cat won't do it either.
Zula's in the same boat.
Yeah.
It's every day at practice when we're scrimmaging. Cat, no, you're not fucking shooting a 3 in this scrimmage. Mm-hmm. Get your ass down there, because nobody on the Knicks is as big as him. Well, I guess Mitchell Robinson is.
But the point is that again, and you're right about the coaching. And look, this is Missoula's fault too. When it comes to Tatum, Brown has started to do it, but Brown's big thing is his mid-range game is improved. That's a different story. But the point with Cat is, and Tatum has this problem too, is they don't play the matchup. And Charles Barkley said this. I forget who he said it about. Actually, I think he said it about Julius Randle. No, it was Cat Towns. He says he's a great
Anthony Towns?
Yeah, him. So what he said about him was, I forget what, but he doesn't play the matchup. He's like, why are you shooting? I'm not saying don't shoot any threes, but if the guy on you is 6'7", why are you out there? Why aren't you on the block? And Barkley's 100%.
Wasn't that Saturday?
I don't know when he said it, but I don't know what he said. I just saw the clip of it. I don't know when it happened. But he was talking about him. He said, this is why he's not a great player, because a great player plays the matchup.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is why I've always told people this is why Bird is a cut above all these other guys, because you couldn't be 6'8" and cover Larry Bird. He would fucking destroy you down there. And if your name was Dennis Rodman, he did it to him too. And you can ask John Sally about that. So that's where Bird, and Jordan would do this too. If Jordan got a smaller guard on him, he wasn't fucking around out there. He'd pass it, go right to the block and kill. No, Kobe was like it, but that's a mentality.
It's not only is it a mentality, it's people not knowing the game as much anymore.
They don't.
Yeah, they don't.
Because the entire team doesn't play the matchup. No. He will have a guy smaller on him, and they shoot a three. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even when a big is down there with somebody small, you see guards shooting contested threes, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I do this. Here's how bad this is. I do this with my 12-year-olds. I have my guards on the block doing drop steps and turnarounds, and the parents are like, what are you doing? I'm like, what happens if he plays a kid smaller than him and he's not as quick? What do I do? Just have him set picks?
Oh, your parents still challenge?
Oh, no, they shut. They asked me one question. When I gave the answer, they understood it. They shut up. When I explained it to them, it made sense. I have my big man 15 feet popping out. What if he plays a kid who's bigger than him and he can't post him up? He's just set picks all night? You got to play the matchup. A 3-level scorer, that's what they are. A 3-level scorer plays the matchup and they have the game to do it. That's when people say to me 3-level scorer, I assume that person can post somebody up. Because if they can't, they're not a 3-level scorer.
Right.
They're not a 3-level scorer.
Yeah.
It's not
Maybe 2.
But they're 2. They're not a 3. They're not 3 though.
A lot of these guys are just.
But that's that's why I laugh when they compare. Even Kevin Durant, who's 6'11", doesn't do this, probably because he's a stick. But the point is that I don't see him go on the block with a guy 6'6" and chew him up. And he could, but he doesn't want to do it because that takes up certain mentality, and he doesn't have it either.
Yeah.
He doesn't have it either.
I will say now, as I'm criticizing the team and the coach, there was a moment in that Houston game where
there was a moment
where Brunson's trying to drive to the hole and Cat's out at the 3-point line, and Brunson drives into a double team, and then they come back on defense. Jalen takes a charge.
11, you does that all the time.
Jalen,
I was there. I remember.
Jalen takes a charge, and Cat's helping him up, and he starts screaming at Cat.
Oh, he closed it. I love it.
He starts screaming at Cat. He goes, "Go down there and post the fuck up."
Yeah.
You see him yell at a Cat. So maybe they are telling him that, and
He's got to do it.
I don't know.
He'll never be. Look, he drops 20 and doesn't do that.
Yeah.
What if he did?
Right. Well,
Tatum dropped 30 and doesn't do it. What if he did? Okay? Yeah. So this is what gets basketball junkies like us upset. And then I'm doing it with 10 and 11-year-olds and explaining you have to develop this part of your game because you don't know what the matchup's going to be. And you have to be able to play the matchup regardless of the opponent. Because you don't know if they're going to be bigger, smaller, faster, stronger, whatever it is. But if you don't have that third thing, a team can just take you out.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And the younger they learn that, the better. So Tom is right. This is where I tell my kids, go watch college because at least there's more coaching going on in college. In the pros, there's no coaching going on. There is. There's not because you don't see this shit. And it's obvious. Yeah. It's fucking obvious.
College is kind of the slot fest now.
No, there's still guys.
It's minor league.
It's minor league, but guys like Danny Hurley and Bill Self and
Shaq is all the same way. He wants to do it his way.
There's like 10 teams like that.
Yeah. There's 10 coaches like
that. But that's 10 more than are in the NBA.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
No, there's some in the NBA.
There's a handful, maybe.
Well, OKC, Detroit plays the matchup.
Yeah, they do.
Yep. JB.
I mean, Cleveland.
San Antonio.
I mean, JB loses, he's just going to complain about the refs.
San Antonio
does
like that.
Denver does it pretty well.
Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is all post, Malone.
Understand?
The Pacers are the Pacers.
They do it. Well, yeah, when they have all their horses, they do it.
Yeah,
Carlisle's welcome. Yeah, no, there's guys, but it's few and far between.
Yeah, because there's only there's.
But in college, I know there's more than 10 because you see every year one of these mid majors comes up and they've got a bunch of upperclassmen. Just fundamentally, they're all good. By the way, have any of you checked out Miami of Ohio? They're the last undefeated team. They are a fundamentally sound, veteran-laden team. That I got news for you. They're not going to flinch at any of these top seeds.
The Flying Roethlisbergers?
Whatever. The fly. Is that where he went?
I think so.
It is. Absolutely. Very good ball there. Very good.
He's not the Redoutable one for nothing, America.
The vault
is open.
It used to be the Red...
What is it? Yeah, what is their name?
The Red Hawks now.
They were the Red Cunts.
The Indians or something. They were like the Indians or something. But they're Red Hawks now, but they were Indians.
They were the Red Cunts, but
they were the Red Cunts. It was a little.
It touched a nerve somewhere. I don't know what.
They liked it. It was a little
harsh.
No, they were good. Yeah. No, Miami was good. I had a friend today go watch them get like a 5-12 seed because they're in the MAC or whatever.
I'm just telling you.
Get upset.
But they're ranked.
So disrespectful.
If you're ranked in the top 25, you're not going to be a 12 seed.
Right.
I'm
saying like you'll be a 5 seed to have to play the 12.
They're the last undefeated team in the country. I think they've got 2 games left before.
My colleague Ryan Woolley called the game last night with them in Eastern because he's at Eastern.
Yeah, they beat. Yeah, I watched the game.
And they beat him by like 10.
Yeah. And again, you watch them. What I love about Miami, Ohio is what's great about them is, and UConn does this a lot too. They play the game at the tempo it needs to be played at, given the opponent. You don't see a lot of teams do this. Duke does it. Houston does it. They play the tempo. If they have to go faster, they can do it. If they have to slow it down, they can do it. There's not a lot of teams that can do that. Okay, but those 4 come to mind right away. Miami Ohio is one of those teams that they can play at whatever tempo they do, and if they have to slow it down, they can do that too because they've got experience. They're well coached. They don't.
They're like those old Princeton teams that you got to play. Like you're like fuck. Yeah. Like they're not going to make a mistake. They're going to make the Sweet 16. They probably won't make it further, but they're going to knock somebody good.
I'll tell you why they could. Because there is so much parity at the top. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, the difference between 1 and 10 is not a lot.
Crazy.
It's not a lot. So one of these,
with one game.
I'm just saying, one of those teams is going to get knocked off, and depending on the draw, they could find themselves in the Elite Eight. I'm just telling you now because there's just too much parity at the top. And by the way, 10 to 20 isn't too shabby either.
I want to pull up
Pull the top 25. I mean, I'm just telling you right now, UConn is sitting there at 6. St. John's was on a roll. They're 15. UConn, but again, it's in stores. UConn was going to be better. Plus, they lost.
Is that what their place is called?
Stores, Connecticut.
That's where
they're playing. I don't forget the name of the arena, but
they call themselves the Mecca of basketball. I'm like, that doesn't look like the Boston Garden to me.
Doesn't look like Madison.
I know you look like Springfield Mass to me. What are you talking about?
That's not Madison Square.
Hey,
right?
I don't see James Naismith out there. No, I don't. Anyway, but they're good though. They're legit, and they, they can play up tempo. They can slow it down like that. Those teams that can win like that, multiple. Those are the ones that are the most dangerous. And Miami, Ohio is very much like.
Yeah, no, they absolutely.
I've seen them score 100. I've seen them win 56 to 50.
We've all seen that team before, and they could, like I said, 16, 8, easily, just because they're fundamentally sound.
And again,
it's amazing how that works.
But here's the thing with this one and done rule. The other thing is they have the experience factor. These are juniors and seniors playing freshmen and sophomores. That's where the talent gap gets closed. And that's where you see these upsets a lot. Well, the more talented team loses to the more experienced
Same
team.
thing's going on in college football. That's what happened with Indiana.
Yeah.
Even though, I guess, Miami had their own players.
They did. The quarterback
was 35.
But look, half of Indiana was JMU. They came from there. They'd already known the coach's system. I mean, it was...
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
So we'll really get to see how close number 10 and number 1 are this weekend? Because of UVA.
Duke and Duke. I'm telling you, they're good.
UVA beats Duke.
That's in Cameron, too, by the way. That's going to be a hell of a game.
UVA probably won't win that.
Got
But
this
if
game
they lose by 5 or less, or if they're in that game, I'm telling you, they've got to play well down there.
Michigan State's 13.
I was going to say, we got a pretty good game tomorrow against Purdue.
Yes, you
13.
do. That's a big game.
That's a big game.
It's a big game.
Yeah.
Purdue's 8. I mean, I'm just saying, Houston is 5. Look at this. I mean, shit. Fucking UNC is 16. They don't have their best player right now.
Alabama's 17.
Alabama, BYU with that kid.
Where's Arkansas?
Like when I look at Michigan State,
they're 20.
When I look at Michigan State, and I'm taking the Sparty degree, all that stuff off.
No, you're not.
I am. No, I promise you.
Really? This is a moment, Tom.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
When I see them at 13, I go, man, I just feel like they're better.
They are.
Yeah. Like, so when I see 13, I'm like, that's good, man. Let's let everyone think they're at 30.
That pushed them. I think they're deservedly down there based
They lost some.
how the system works.
They lost 2 games.
Right. They are. They're better.
I think there were 2 they should.
Minnesota, for sure. That was one they kind of fought. But listen, they played Michigan tough last night. Michigan only beat it by 10.
Yeah.
And they lost Wisconsin. But Wisconsin, I don't know if I would even harp on them for that.
They're ranked now.
Wisconsin made like every 3 they threw.
Dude,
out.
That guard.
That was unreal.
Yeah.
I would say the Rutgers game.
But they weren't. Problem is they weren't ranked when they beat them. They're ranked now because they beat them, and they may end up being that good.
Minnesota and man, I feel like there's another one where they lost. Everyone that had lost
to Duke, that was close.
Yeah,
they lost
Michigan.
To Michigan. Not the first time. The second time was 10.
The first time was 12.
First time
they haven't played
against. Okay,
yeah.
But that's second game.
They beat Illinois. Like they beat a lot of ranked teams.
Illinois is a good team. This is this is not. This is why I can't wait for this tournament.
I feel like Michigan's the best team.
They're far and
I know they just got beat by Duke.
I don't think they're better than Duke.
But listen, I will tell you this:
they're not as deep as Duke.
They're super deep. They've got everything you need, right, to win, right?
Michigan?
Absolutely. Like
I think they've got the home run hitter
And the best player.
They've got the home run hitter.
I don't know.
Got him.
Who do you think's better?
Michigan or who?
No, the player. Were you saying you don't?
I like Elliott Cadu. I think he is ridiculous.
Where is
He's in Michigan.
He's in Michigan.
He's ridiculous. You're talking about the best guy. But they've got
Londonborg or whatever.
He's their leading scorer.
Luxembourg is he is.
He's their leading scorer.
But Elliott Cadu shows up on the stat sheet in multiple places. Luxembourg, they're both good.
You think he's their best all around?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
which one is he?
They got Adeyemaro in the middle.
Who's the one that had that fucking two-handed?
On Boozer.
I don't know.
He took
they bumped chest to chest, and then he cocked it and dunked it on Boozer.
They're like,
what the fuck is that?
I don't know, but he's good.
And they got the freshman.
I'll tell you, Duke.
That went to St. Mary, or St. Mary's.
Their guards.
Duke.
Trey McKinney.
I'll tell you,
he was supposed to go to Duke.
I'll tell you. Here's the thing about Duke. Duke is the number 1 defense in the country. That's the other thing about them. And they've got 2 guards that can shoot from anywhere and take you off the dribble. Then they have the 6'7", 11 kid down there who blocks, plays defense, runs the floor, can pass. Next to the one who's next to Boozer. The bigger guy. Remember we talk about him? He's out there. Yeah.
And then you got the one guy with the dreads of the braids that can shoot.
He can shoot. He's good. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Listen, I was fine with Duke.
No, I thought that game was going to be exactly what it was. It went back and forth. They had two heavyweights.
Like Notre Dame, Michigan.
I'm just saying those to me are two of the Final Four. I think.
Yeah.
If they stay.
I have no problem saying Michigan
should be. I think they should be.
Should be in the national championship game, right? But I can't remember his name. He's on Fox Sports. He's on the early show, and he was talking. And I'll have to get his name in a second. But he was talking about. He started hating on the Big Ten, so I turned it up. I was like, I'm interested to hear.
They have like 5-6 ranked teams.
I would like to hear your take when you hate on the Big Ten.
Sports?
As a Big Ten guy, I want to hear it.
Surprise you? They're dumb.
It's all.
When he broke it down, he goes, basic like Cliff Notes version was, I feel like the Big Ten, all they do is they beat each other up all year long. They convince themselves they're an elite conference, and then when they play like big time teams, it doesn't seem like they can close or they can get there, right? And I was like, it's interesting. So when Michigan plays Duke beats them, right? Michigan State lost to Duke earlier in the season. Michigan State, you know what I mean?
We have these might be the best team in the country.
Right. They arguably are.
But so what he was saying, was basically, hey, the Big Ten's good, but like when they get to play like these teams where you're Duke or you know what I mean? These big
Michigan was right there with Duke.
Michigan was
but
it's more funny to me
Duke,
because
I think
they
Duke
talk
has the
about
better
being
coach,
number
not
one.
by a lot, but they do.
Yeah, they had talked about being number one all year, and I would read on the message boards like they were just begging to be number one. I was like, they just want to be number one because that's this arrogance of the university, right? And I'm like, and they get to be number one.
Everybody wants to be number one.
Everybody wants to be number one, but
what are you saying?
But nobody begs to be number one. So they lose that game, and I just kind of laugh because I'm like, well. And they did.
That wasn't Wisconsin. It was.
But I thought it was funny after all these weeks you begged.
Well, they
to be number one, and then God, you only had it for one game.
Are you talking about their fans saying, "Hey, we should be up there"?
Oh my God,
dude! Every goddamn school does.
I don't think
they had the best record in the country, along with Duke and two other teams. They have an argument
at Michigan State.
They did.
That was a big
by
double
double digits.
They beat everybody.
I'm saying
even though Michigan State was annoying in that game.
We came all the way back to lead, and then we had no fucking.
Then we lost far.
But
no,
you know it was
shooting terrible.
Yeah, and then you had to fight back.
Here's the other thing about Duke, and here's why.
That's in a nutshell, Michigan State being a Michigan State fan right there.
But here's the thing about Duke that no one knows. Okay, the Duke Blue Devils. This is why this team is legitimately number one. And they don't have to beg because this is the resume. They've beaten 9 top 25 opponents. That's the most.
Maybe there's one in there. Maybe there's one, but there
We gotta
isn't.
break 2. One's not.
Well, it's funny. We have to. We got one.
Where's the other one?
I was like,
no, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Thank you for bringing this. And no more. Oh man, just smell it.
I don't want to smell it. It's gonna make me go to a song.
It'll satisfy you, but
get you through.
It does. It's like I ate one.
It's not gonna get you.
Dude, I'm full.
The smell.
Couple of sniffs. I'm
Don't
full.
worry, that's going on ice next.
Anyway, just to say it again for the rabbit holes, Duke has won 9 games in the top 25. That's the most in the country.
This segment,
that's
I'm
why
not even mad at Duke. I think Duke's good, man. Like,
they've got the most wins. They should be number one.
Guys, we got to pay some bills. Okay, this segment brought to you by Wiley Wallaby Soft and Shit. And I'll tell you what, this isn't your average fucking plastic rope bullshit licorice, okay? No. Fuck you Twizzlers.
No.
You know, everybody loves Twizzlers, but give me a fucking break.
This is the Kettle One of licorice.
This is
I think Kettle One is the
I like Tito's, but Kettle One's up there.
Kettle One's top shelf.
Goose, Velvet.
You're talking to a bartender.
Yeah,
it's top shelf. Top shelf. You know what the Kettle One is?
I already know what it says up there.
You already know.
Exactly.
It's the Cadillac of licorice.
Absolutely. The Escalade.
There's just something about it. I like to say it's al dente. Because it's just...
It's like it's not hard to chew, but it's not like soft.
Your teeth can feel it. You know, your teeth go through. There's a little pushback.
Your taste buds are like, oh my God. This is amazing.
We gotta get the watermelon and the green apple.
Yeah.
We also
have to get that.
We need them to make great whatever.
Oh, they had watermelon. I should have
Exactly that.
We're going back to 5-0.
It's right there, dude. We're acting like
We gotta get watermelon.
this shit.
I'm gonna get those next time we come here.
In a few days.
Yeah, Saturday night. We're doing Saturday night.
Yeah.
What?
No, it's like we're acting like this stuff got shipped in from Cambodia. Like, you didn't get it.
You don't know what the hell they get this in. People died to get this in.
You had a chance to get watermelon and spinach.
Are you serious? And rabbit hole number 2 brought to you by Thomas J.
No, that was brought to you by Wiley
Wally
Wallaby.
Wallaby.
And it's got the name too, Wiley Wallaby.
Wiley Wallaby soft and chew.
Yeah, they're
Classic
fucking good,
red,
dog.
natural strawberry flavored licorice. A delicious
Wait,
Listen, nerd clusters are good too, though.
Is Wiley the Willy of the licorice book?
dude.
Maybe.
A delicious
just saw
Nerd
twist.
clusters were epic that night. You brought
Yeah.
up. I told him about that. I told our audience member,
Oh my God!
Derek White.
Yeah, I wish you were here
I
that
didn't even
night.
realize
And
these
you-
are vegan.
And
And there's no high fructose corn syrup. Dear God.
you said those are gone, man. When we brought those nerds,
Oh, they weren't gonna laugh.
and I was like, yeah, and it was like a lot.
It was like a
that's
bowl.
lot of sugar.
That's why I bought these.
Yeah.
And then we ate it, and we were like, holy shit,
We were like in that hallway, and I was like, yeah, those are good.
those are gone. Those are fucking gone.
didn't get
That's
out-
the greatest
they
line
didn't
ever.
get
dude.
out of the segment.
Like, dude, Isla saying that was the funniest shit I've ever
We
heard.
started at the beginning of the
You didn't believe me
segment.
when
They
I
were
said
gone.
that.
I didn't. I
didn't
didn't. I was
believe
like,
me.
you
You're
think
like,
so,
no,
man? That's a lot of fucking candy, bro. Like, we're not middle schoolers anymore.
We barely had a full conversation. We were like, well, I mean, yeah, I mean, the Knicks.
Our audience member here, Derek White 2.0,
Yes.
had an obsession, and he's going to laugh when I say this. There was a summer where Checkers, you guys, Checkers rallies,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
they had a nerd flurry.
Oh,
Really?
And this dude probably had 75 of them that summer. Because he was like, I'm going to get a nerd flurry. I'd be on the phone. I'd go up there. He's like, we're going to get nerd flurries. I was like, Jesus Christ. And I got one. I was like,
like,
this
hey,
is, you know,
let's
well,
DoorDash
sugar.
Nerd Flurry.
Look, you're not the
so
only
much
person that's
sugar,
done
bro.
this, to be fair.
But it was so good.
You're not. I can remember doing. You know those caramels with the cream in the middle.
Oh my God, yes.
I
Yeah.
had a summer with those. I
what?
couldn't.
The
Like
what
the
was that?
caramel.
They're like this big.
Caramel cream.
They're caramel, but like in the middle.
Is like a whipped cream.
It's like
whipped
a cream. Yeah,
It's
like
cream.
that.
It's wonderful.
It's so good.
It's fucking
Yeah.
wonderful. I had a summer like that with those, where you every time you saw me, if I wasn't playing four sports, I'd have been so fat.
Any of that caramel shit. Sugar babies.
So
Yeah.
all that stuff's good.
Sugar babies.
Oh, my
sugar
mother was getting
daddies.
worried about my
oh,
teeth.
sugar daddy.
It's like, you have no
love
teeth
a good
to
sugar
eat.
I like a sugar mama too, but I like the sugar babies. Sugar babies, baby.
It's like that, like sticky fucking
Caramel shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So, the sugar babies start with
I keep my
not
sugar.
like-
I got a bit of sugar.
not like the newer sugar babies, but back in the day.
It's
seen a sugar baby.
You go to like
been a while.
my mom when I was a kid, we're talking 5-6 years old, we go to laundromat and she'd be like, okay, you can have one thing. And of course, you're like 7, you don't pick anything healthy. And I always picked the sugar babies because they were like the caramel fucking.
So the sugar baby, is that the one that's on like a lollipop stick?
That's the
and it's
sugar
like
daddy.
It's a rectangle. Oh, sugar daddy. So what's a sugar baby?
It's basically like they're the size of, I'd say, M&Ms,
M&Ms.
and they're caramel.
Oh, that's so
And they're fucking real good.
They're good.
Oh my god.
Very good.
Those are the old
They're-
babies.
They're-
The old cherry.
Yeah, you'll see them and get them.
You know, that's one you
sounds
could have.
like
You
Five
could go
Below
on one of those
It
something
sounds
with that
like you're
too.
describing
Sugar
your
daddies.
childhood in
Yep.
like
That's another one.
Yeah, exactly.
You could. It could have.
Mama used to
But-
take me to the laundromat.
But
give me
that's
a
why I
dime,
could look
and
at him and go, I get it. Why them caramels
Those
with the
caramel-
cream?
oh my
Because
God,
they're like
man.
sugar baby with cream.
They're amazing.
It'd be
I
like,
know. It's like, oh, I want them
sugar
now.
was-
Damn it.
I'd say actually it's more like a raisin, but it was all caramel, man. It was
Oh,
legendary. If you never
if
had
you
one,
have, you haven't
they're
lived.
so
Dude,
You haven't lived.
you've had to have
you
one.
telling me this frame hasn't consumed a sugar baby ever?
I don't know.
He's saying it by accident.
That's exactly. I had eaten so much shit I just didn't realize it. That's what
Hey, but good and fruity or good and plenty?
Oh,
good and fruity.
Good and
I like
fruity, I
good
do like
fruity.
good
I
fruity.
agree.
But look, I got love.
nothing
for
is good
black
blooded. I
licorice.
have good.
So I like black licorice, but in good and plenty,
It wasn't the same.
It like surprises you. Like
It's not
this
good.
shit is
Yeah,
so
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, I never
Yeah.
liked those. I like the
If you
good fruit.
give me black
day
Because
long.
the black guys, I hate.
They got this
I hate
one.
black guys.
I don't like
We'll
black
get
licorice
it.
at all.
I'll bring it
No,
up.
I'll never eat that.
We'd have to have a
All summer we were
different
trying to lose
flavor
weight
every
like Wiley Wallaby.
different
I can't eat
flavor
the black
every
licorice.
Dude, this and black licorice.
Oh my god.
I can't eat black.
With like a root beer.
Get me a different one.
Oh,
Drink like a root beer with some pinnacle whip.
yeah.
I hate black licorice. It's like
I'm with you.
I hate black licorice.
Cream soda.
See, I'm a Sambuca. You like
Candy, I
Sambuca? You're
can't
Italian, right?
Sambuca.
Absolutely.
I mean,
So,
Maybe that's the problem. The Sambuca. I had a
You,
bad
this
episode.
guy has to love Sambuca.
Is Sambuca.
I did a flame shot and it went the wrong way.
One of them's licorice.
No.
Yeah, you've seen one of those.
One of them's like
That doesn't. It's not a happy ending.
That's
No.
butter shot.
At all. Not even.
Sambuca.
then you smell it, you can't be near it.
licorice.
That's right.
That was my one bad episode with alcohol. Was that one?
That is got to be butter shots.
I did like Sambuca.
I was thinking of another.
We should make that with caramel apple martinis.
I know what that is. It's like
Yeah.
fucking.
Basically, apple
It's like
pucker,
that.
vodka, and a little bit of butter shots to give it that caramel.
Give it that.
Give it, shake it up on the ice. He knows as a
Is that a
bartender.
shake weight?
Take
Has anybody here ever used?
Of
a
course,
shake
it's
weight?
like
You've used one?
I was the bartender. We had him.
Shake weights?
Yes,
we did this.
This
Yeah, I got one.
not for me.
What, like you would practice with them?
No.
No, we're
No.
shaking up
They
martinis.
shake-
Shake away.
I'm talking about a
He's like,
shake weight that
hello?
they sell.
No, I know you
Like
like
actual weight? No.
No, I found one at TJ Maxx. I got it from my ex-wife.
No, I'm not saying they're not real. I'm saying that's not
Well,
what
my
you
wife,
just
my
feel
wife
like-
has the one you stand on that shakes the shit out of you.
Really? You ever
Yeah,
used
she's
it?
got absolutely. It's fucking weird.
All right,
It's
look,
crazy.
Does it do anything?
This rabbit hole
Yeah,
has
they
gone
say-
on way
they
too long.
say.
We're gonna come back.
So you're like moving, but
segment
you're
2.
not
We're gonna talk Lakers, Celtics, Knicks, where they
show.
stand, where we're rating them right now. There's 25 games left. We're in the final countdown. We're gonna break down all 3 teams. Segment 2 coming right up. Don't go nowhere. Don't you go. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
There's nobody there.
Don't do it.
There's nobody there.
Don't do it.